Hello everyone, this is Bonzupi here, and today we're going to be looking at a simple no-loss kelp farm. So first off, we're going to start building a row of solid blocks that will be 10 blocks wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 color sheet. And then we're going to build another row on top of that. And then we're going to come over here, one block in, and then we're just going to fill that in with dirt. This is going to be where our kelp grows, and we're going to want to do one more row against that. And then you're going to want to build up the walls. And over here, I'm just going to come to the center. I'm going to get a trapdoor out. Place it right over here. Flip it up and then flip it down. That way I can crawl underneath this and place hoppers right over here. Over here, this is where our minecart track is going to run whenever we're done building this. I'm going to go ahead and place a redstone torch here and here. And then I'm going to just finish building this up. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and break these two blocks out, and I don't have any chests in my inventory here right now, so let's go ahead and pull those out. Just place these chests down right over here. Let's see, let's get our pistons out and run a row of pistons across here. I'm kind of all over the place here, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to do. And then from here, you're going to want to build a wall of glass that is 5 blocks tall. And over here, you're going to want another row of solid blocks. And then you're going to take your observers and place them facing inwards like this. You're going to want to take another row of solid blocks, place them against these pistons, and then against these observers. And you're going to want to take this redstone dust out and place it along the top of these blocks against these pistons, and then you're going to want another row of redstone dust over here against these observers. What that's going to do is whenever the kelp reaches this height, it's going to trigger the observer, which will power this redstone all the way across, which will power these blocks, which will power this redstone underneath, which will power these blocks, and fire these pistons, which will break the kelp. So anyways, I'm just going to finish putting up these walls now. Let's get this grass out of here. So we're going to want to leave that block open. Might have actually built this a little bit too tall. No, it should be fine. It should be fine. It actually is one block too tall, I think, but it doesn't really matter that much. How long or how tall the water chamber is, just as long as you've got those observers in the right place and the pistons in the right place, everything should work out just fine. So now I'm gonna come over here, right in front of these observers here, I'm gonna place temporary blocks against this front wall. And I'm gonna take my water bucket and I'm just gonna place it over here. If you're in survival, you're gonna want an infinite water source. And probably more buckets. But do what you can with what you got, you know? Then I'm gonna come over here, place water against these observers, and then somehow I lost all of my kelp. I'm gonna come back over here and get kelp out. Shouldn't need that water bucket anymore. And I'm gonna come down here. If you're in survival, you're gonna want water breathing potions. I'm gonna get my bone meal out. Just bone meal this kelp until it stops growing. That will turn all of the water blocks into water source blocks. So now kelp should float all the way to the top over here. And then you're going to want to do the same thing on this side. But when you do it on this side, pistons aren't going to break it. You're going to have to break it manually. So once you've done that, you've got kelp grown up against these dirt blocks, you can just break the kelp from the bottom there. Then you're going to want to come up over here and go ahead and break out all of these temporary blocks, because you've got a water source block over here and a water source block over here. Water's going to tend to flow this way. Once you've done that, go back to your inventory and just switch out these dirt blocks for magma blocks. And this is going to cause any kelp except for that one apparently. Any kelp that gets pushed over this way by this water stream to get pulled down flat against these magma blocks. And once that's done, you can go ahead and cap this off. And like I said, I made mine a block too tall. So I'm just gonna cap it off here. I'm gonna go ahead and break these extra blocks out real quick. Alright, so that's the main part of our kelp farm done. Now I'm gonna come over here where I left this little hole open. I'm gonna place this trapdoor. And then I'm gonna crawl down underneath here. I'm gonna get powered rail and my regular rail. This redstone torch is gonna power this rail. Then I'm going to start placing regular rails between. And then whenever you get to these hoppers, you're gonna have to shift click to place the rails on top of them. And once you get to this end, got one more redstone torch. That redstone torch is gonna power this end as well. And then you're gonna want to take your minecart with hopper and place it right here against this block, and that minecart is just gonna bounce back and forth for all eternity. And then you can go ahead and crawl out, place your block, and that's your kelp farm completed. So I'm just gonna set random tick speed to 1000 here so that you can see the kelp growing, getting pulled down. And you should see it start to fill up with kelp pretty quickly with the random tick speed set up like that. With it set at 1, which is the game default, it's going to be a lot slower. But you can also make this kelp farm as wide as you want, or you can just make multiple modules. You can decorate it however you want. You could probably do them like face to face, where they all feed into this one chest. But I don't know, do whatever you want with it. That's the basic design completed. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.